The next Republican debate, that comes up January the 14th, and it will be hosted by Fox Business. John Kasich will be there, and John Kasich joins us now. So, welcome to the program. Good to have you with us.
Stuart, I've never heard of anybody say the market's down 189 and that's a comeback.
Well, I'm trying to put a bright face on it, sir. I'm doing my best here. I'm struggling.
Well, you know, that's what you call optimism in 2016.
Yeah. Well, why don't you give us your prosperity plan? Can you just bring it all together and tell me how you're going to restore prosperity to America? Because we're not a prosperous society right now.
Well, look, Stuart, I've done it twice, right? It's all about certainty, isn't it? I mean, job creators are not going to invest when things are rickety and rockety. So you need to let up with all this regulation that's killing companies, or at least send a signal now that we're not going to continue to do that to them. So I'd freeze all federal regulations for 1 year except for health and safety, and then start reviewing all of it and force the Congress to be involved whenever they want to create regulations. Secondly, obviously, the corporate tax rate has to come down. We have to be able to allow companies to bring their profits back without double taxation, get the corporate rate down to 25%, allow them to write off investment in plant and equipment, which helps wages quicker. And then on the individual side, 3 rates, 28, 25, and 10, and also a lower capital gains rate of 15, and then also make sure the earned income tax credit can provide incentives for people to be able to work harder at the bottom level. And then finally restrain government. And that can lead you to a balanced...
I'm sorry, I'm not interrupting you, and I'm sorry about the delay here, but the plan that you've just outlined is a plan which any conservative can get behind. It's almost Reagan-esque. So why haven't you punched through? Why are you still down at, 2, 3, 4% support?
Well, Stuart, look, I mean, first of all, let me finish by saying I did that in Washington as chairman of the Budget Committee, and the economy grew like crazy. And then in Ohio, I followed the same formula, and we're up 385,000 jobs. Look, I'm either running second or third in New Hampshire. Okay, I'm rising in New Hampshire, Stuart.
Okay.
The national polls, I'm not known. I'm not as well known as Stuart Varney. I'm just John Kasich, and I'm governor of Ohio, and media doesn't come out to the middle of the country. So I come out of New Hampshire as a story, and you and I will be doing some things after that. Then all of a sudden it all changes. And look, I'm still in this thing, right? I mean, people thought I wasn't going to have enough money, I wasn't going to make the debates, all this stuff. Pay no attention. Up here, we have the best ground game. We are growing, we have momentum, and we're doing really well. So we got another, 30 days to go, and then you'll see.
What did you do to get Ron Burkle on your side? Now, he's a billionaire. He's previously a big supporter of Hillary Clinton, but now I've got a report that he's holding a series of fundraisers for you, John Kasich. What did you do?
Well, we had a breakfast meeting, and it went on for a couple hours, and we talked a little bit about politics, but we talked an awful lot about life and about a lot of his interests and my interests, and we've met a couple times, and look, we just sort of connected, and it's really great. I mean, he's an unbelievable guy. He's an amazing entrepreneur, and I'm so totally interested in business, and I was in business for 10 years when I frankly left politics, and then I decided to get back in. I mean, come on, Stuart, what the heck was I thinking? But we all have to do what we have to do, and I'm fascinated by business, and I love entrepreneurs, and he's one, and he's terrific. He's very successful, but he's very humble, and he's very appealing to to the way that I think people ought to conduct themselves.
Yes, sir. John Kasich, we will see you at that debate next Thursday, January the 14th. Thanks very much for coming with us today.
Are you there, Stuart? Are you a panelist?
No, sir, I will not be. No, I will not be. Sorry, what can I say?
Well, one of these you will. It's that odd American accent you have.
That's right.
Keeps you out,
Did you know, Governor, that 6 weeks ago? Did you know that I became an American citizen 6 weeks ago? Did you know that?
Well, I did. I thought you had. That's great. That's great news. So
you thought I was American anyway, didn't you? I know you did.
Yeah, I really did, Stuart. But anyway, listen, it's always great to be on your show. You do a terrific job.
Thanks, sir.
And I want to say one thing about this whole China thing. What we're facing there is a government that never let the markets work. And the world is paying a price. It's sort of like if they sneeze, parts of the world will get a cold. And this has got to settle down. If the Chinese are going to be participating and being part of the market basket, you know, you understand that that means they got to come clean, because they're going to have to let this thing work out. They can't keep manipulating things, because it just doesn't work. Doesn't work for them, doesn't work for the world, and frankly, it affects our companies, as you well know.
Well said. John Kasich, you can come on this show anytime you like. Thank you very much, Governor. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Stuart. Thank you.
Good luck.